So where does our lack of confidence come from? Now, typically, majority of us, our lack of confidence will come from our childhood, right? There might have been an event in our life that, really shook us and made an impact on our life to the point to where we withdrawed, right? And we didn't want to put ourselves back out there because we were afraid of getting hurt. Now, this doesn't just have to be in our childhood. There can be times as an adult where you feel like maybe you've been extremely embarrassed or something, and so you will not put yourself out there, right? You start getting a lack of confidence. And it could be many different things through our life, right? It could be many different events. Maybe as a child, maybe you were heavy and people tease you as a child, or maybe even as an adult, you could have just been hanging out with your kids one day and then some other little kid might just mention the fact of your weight, and so that just kind of sits in back of your consciousness, right? And it really makes you lose confidence, right? And it doesn't really matter how confident you were, those words can still pierce you, right? They can still pierce your confidence and cause you to lack confidence in a major way. And so there's many different events in our life that can occur, not just with weight, but in our career, in our relationships, where we lack confidence, right? There may have been an event in our relationship where we lacked confidence, right? Or even in our career, we felt like we failed and we're not a confident person when it comes to our career anymore. We feel like we always fail, right? And so there are many different ways, there are many different avenues in which our confidence can be lowered. But the good thing is that we can change this, right? We can understand that our confidence can be changed at any given time, right? Sometimes take longer than others, just depending on when the type of event occurred that hurt us, that caused us to retract, right? So we have to actually look at those events, right? We have to identify which events occurred so we know where exactly we have to work on that confidence, right? If it has to do with a weight issue, right? So we want to go back to, or it may even be our current position where we feel, we're heavy and we feel like our self-image really brings down our confidence, right? Or perhaps our career, right? We did something bad in our career and we felt that we, cannot correct that, right? That we're not any better because of that, and we don't want to perhaps, go back out and try new projects because we failed at that one project. So that kind of, sets par when it was just a project, right? And so, and again, it can even go into relationships, and, maybe we're confident at one point in a relationship and, that relationship lasted a really long time, and then, it just, you messed up, maybe you did something wrong, maybe it was your fault, it wasn't your fault. I mean, none of that really matters, but a lot of times we blame ourselves, right? So you will blame yourselves for that relationship loss. And so that can take a major hit on your confidence. And so we have to identify, right, which category our confidence is lacking. And because this can change, right? There's a lot of times where in different categories, we may be extremely confident in our career, but yet when it comes to relationships, we just aren't confident at all. Or maybe it's even our self-esteem, we feel like, our self-image is not where it should be, so we lose confidence, right? So we have one of three things that we actually have confidence in, right? And you can have confidence in different avenues, but the key is to identify the ones that you are lacking confidence. And then what we want to try to do is actually trying to build off that, right? If you can identify where it is that you're lacking confidence, this helps tremendously, so you can actually start fixing that, right? Start going through different techniques that can actually help you. And that's what we're going to actually get into, some techniques that can help you in the long term, because confidence, again, is something that, it can fluctuate, right? It's never the same. If you aren't maintaining your confidence, then your confidence will come crashing down, right? It's something that you have to constantly massage, right? I know it's one of those things you're like, I just wish my confidence level would be up here, but 9 out of 10 times it could be up here, it could be down here, it could be anywhere, right? It could be somewhere in between. It just all depends, right? It all depends on what we're going through. Maybe we get a string of good luck and everything is just firing on every cylinder, and we're so confident, and then maybe our relationship takes a hit, and then that drops our confidence, and you find that the rest of the stuff just comes tumbling down, right? So the thing is you got to remember that confidence is something we have to maintain, and yes, there'll be times you will take hits in your confidence, and that's okay. You have to realize that these things happen and they will come, and nothing's permanent, right? Everything comes in moments, and it's the same exact thing with confidence, right? Your confidence comes in moments, and sometimes you'll be stronger than other times, and other times, you feel like you just have absolutely zero confidence. So the first technique I want to talk about is actually affirmations, and I talk about this quite frequently, and it's because it actually helps, right? I've actually implemented this in my life a lot whenever I feel like my confidence isn't where it should be, or perhaps, there are many other different cases you can use affirmations, but affirmations is definitely good for your confidence level, right? Especially in the morning. If you can do affirmations first thing in the morning, you build that confidence level up in the morning, because maybe throughout the day something will happen and you'll take a hit on your confidence, right? And if it's already been built up, you can take a couple of hits, and you're not down in the weeds, because your confidence started out at 0, and then you get 3 hits during the day and you find your confidence is just down in the weeds. So if you can build it up a little bit before you go into the day, that helps tremendously. So look into doing some affirmations. Say your name, and then whatever the affirmation is, make sure it's very empowering, make sure it is emotionally charged, right? So that I am confident. Marcus is confident, and Marcus can take on the world, right? You want to do these things, these affirmations, first thing in the morning, so your day is easy, and you can take the hits. The next technique I have for you guys is actually visualization. Now this technique is great for many things, and confidence is no different, right? If you can always visualize in the morning with your affirmations, visualize that confident person that you are, right? You need to visualize yourself being confident throughout your day, just taking on the world. If you can visualize this in the morning, in the evening, whenever you feel like your confidence level just is not where it should be, visualize yourself being that, right? And then you can become that. And we need to understand that with these affirmations and these visualizations, that it's gonna take time, right? Especially if your confidence level is extremely low. Like if you feel like you're doing very poor in your career and you feel like there's no hope, it's going to take time. But if you are doing these techniques, you'll find that they will actually help you, right? They will build that confidence level up. And it's like, anything, right? It's like working out and building muscle, right, is the greatest example, because you don't see results after a couple days, a couple months, sometimes even a couple years, right? But if you are constantly making that effort, it will build up, right? You will find out one day, you'll just wake up and you'll be like, man, I've gained a lot of muscle, look at that. And it's the same way with confidence, right? You got to continue to maintain that level, especially since confidence can fluctuate depending on what's going on in your life. But if you're maintaining it, right, and trying to keep up to par doing these daily affirmations and visualizations, you'll find that your confidence level will slowly build up. And then whenever it does take a hit, it won't fall 5 levels down. It will fall maybe a level or 2 down, and you'll be okay, right? You'll know how to deal with the losses, right, a lot better than you did before. So that's one thing you want to keep in mind, is that our confidence level, we just want to keep maintaining it as much as possible, these visualizations and affirmations, and we will get our confidence to where it needs to be. Now, an additional tip here is to actually, push yourself outside of your comfort zone. Right now, this is extremely hard, and I know a lot of people, they get scared and they don't want to push themselves to the edge, right? Especially if it was traumatic, if it was something in your childhood that you're like, man, I can't do that, and you start, perhaps just getting sick to your stomach, and you feel nauseous and you don't know what to do, and you don't want to go past that comfort zone, right? Because there was something so traumatic perhaps in your past. You have to slowly increment your way, right? You want to keep trying to push that boundary as best you can every single day, right? If it's something to do with relationships, then, you know, push, do a little bit every time. If you're having problems, you know, saying hi to girls, then just, you know, try it one time, force yourself to do it. And then you notice you start building your confidence level up, so that what you thought was your weakest part in your life, right, that was lacking confidence in relationships, that you're starting to build that up, right? And then you become more confident, and the more confident you get, the more you start doing it, and then it just becomes part of you, right? It becomes normalized. And this is the great thing, right, is if you keep pushing that comfort level. And this is, again, what is hard, especially if there's something traumatic in your past, but you just need to understand that yes, you are maintaining it with other techniques, and then you're going to come in and start pushing that comfort zone. And that comfort zone will again help boost your confidence, and you'll find that your confidence is soaring, right? But you have to realize that it does come all in cycles, and you have to build it up to a point to where you are extremely confident. And again, you may take some hits, and that's perfectly okay. Know that that's going to come, but you'll work through it, right? You have the techniques to do it, and that's all that matters, is to keep using the techniques to build that confidence up, to maintain that high level of confidence. So if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. Also, if you know somebody that needs a boost in confidence, please share this with them. And until next time, I will see you guys later.